Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 224 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, market across the globe are still very much in a misdirection, and altogether, if you look back over here, we see that our market also is in red as we speak. Despite opening a strong note, try to recover from yesterday pullback. To speak now, it's still also in that red position as we speak. But if you look at the global scene, like I will tell you that as a trader or investor in this kind of a season where we are, let your investment objective guide you, and that is why you must have what a plan. And when you trade your plan, you're able to maximize the opportunity in the market and also manage your risk and also minimize loss at any given time. That's why I always emphasize that in any market you are or any instrument you are trading, you must have your entry strategy, your exit strategy, you have your buy range, your stop loss, and at the same time your profit target. And once you have this, from the one as you are entering those positions, when you are buying, you have whatever that is guiding you because you are looking at what already set goal that will give you a clue of what to do and where we are going from that position. That is why, as a trader, you need to know what to do per minute, even per day, or also per week or per month, also within any season of the market, so that you know how to take advantage of what is happening in the market. As we speak now, I'll tell you that Wednesday trading has opened on a miss dimension. Yes, we saw a little kind of adjust down, or let me say a slide in the eurozone inflation data that was released this morning, which is good. It dropped from around 8.6 to 8.5. Inflation after the rate hike, it shows that yes, going to the future, if this trend is continuing, we're likely to see also it's like starts going down in retail. But I'll tell you that also some corporate earnings that came from that zone this morning at this hour, they are not looking too good, and that's also having impact on the market. Market to speak now is on a southward movement in that market, in that zone. All the market in that environment, I'll tell you, they are all in a red position or in a slowdown or looking southward as I said earlier. But if you look at what is happening in US market, looking at the trading major indices there, I'll tell you that there's a mixed one, but this mix is more of negative because only one that Jones is still is light green. The two other ones, S&P and Nasdaq are in red as we speak now. And also don't forget that all eyes are on what is going to guide investors going to the future to ahead of what policy meeting. These are the things that are also guiding the flow of funds in the market. Now, like I mentioned yesterday, that because of rate hike, we are seeing that the most environment we are seeing that their treasury bill or their is hitting new high, and because of what fear of continued hike in rate are going to back that instrument, and that's why people are looking that way as we speak now. But investors also trying to show concern for cost of borrowing. Don't forget that cost of borrowing, when your interest rate is high, cost of borrowing also will increase, and that has the work for affecting what growth. And this is what they are weighing in as seeing that inflation figure that are just monitored. But recent one that came from Eurozone, I think that is just a little slide down from 8.6 to 8.5. Yes, it looked good, but still, we are also considering what is the next action to do. Now that the 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 eurozone are looking at the European Central Bank rate hike about 50 basic points in the by the meeting in the mid March to come. These are what they are considering what to do at this time. If this also play out, it's going to shape the market, and I believe that this Thursday now we've already seen that market is also in a one position because of what the fear of rate hike, and we know the impact it has on the economy and for company. When you see productivity, the purchasing price index also will show you that where what the economy is doing or not. You see that when you have interest that is on the high side, it has the work for compressing or what we call contraction in the economy. That's right. All the policy meeting that will come this period want to see what they're going to look at in this new month of March and see how it goes, because this is the last month of the first quarter of the year. This also give us a clue what we're likely to see, going to the future around the globe, and also in Asia market because of this rate. I also see this movement up and down in indices, going up and down, and that tells you that this market also are driven by what information, data, and also and psychology, which is also perception. But down here in Africa, market is still important. As we speak yesterday, we saw that NGS was in red, and it was like a coincidence with yesterday the result of the presidential election was announced, and the APC candidate, Ahmed Bola also was elected as president elect, for Nigeria, and that saw also that Airtel Africa had a sell off that put the market up down, losing about almost 0.53 yesterday. But this morning we saw the market coming up, see positive reaction to some of the earnings that we're likely to discuss in this class this morning. The market reacting to those earnings, we saw an improvement. But we're seeing that market also have also fall back into a negative situation. And why I say so that it is what people are saying now that they are reacting to, and I believe that for investors, like I say that this is what investor market now. Whatever is happening, either they are reacting negative or not. For those that are income investor, this is your market. For traders, they need to apply caution to see stock that the result didn't go up. Those that go up, they take profit. These are the but for those that are income investor, you are really pure that you are the market to catch what the dividend payment. For that, you are looking for those companies that has high dividend yield, not just dividend, high dividend yield, because if you look at the yields we are seeing in the fixed income market, it tells you that there are some companies that their yield already is above what you're going to wait for the next 1 year. If you are going to trade position now, even though they are going to pay you 9.9%, there are companies that will give you almost 10% in less than 2 months. They're going to do their AGM and pay you. You need to look at what's your position. And those companies, if they start producing releasing a impressive number in their new current financial year, are they likely to rebound when they mark down? These are the things you'll be looking at as what as investor. But for trader, you know how to position which stock and has momentum, have a good volume. These are the things. But for investors who are in the market want to make profit, being guided by what the profit yield at the same time, growth, profit dividend growth at the same time. These are why we are in the market, to look at. Another good is that we saw oil price also rebounding in the international market. That is good. Oil is been, as I said yesterday, today also we are seeing, despite the oscillation we saw yesterday, at this hour, oil is being $84.57, $84.57 per barrel, which is also good for the global economy. Here down Nigeria, if we can sustain our output above this 1.3 to 1.8, that would be nice for us. That means we're likely to also enjoy, because don't forget that last year we enjoyed the oil went for because of what we are producing a less than a quota that was given to us by OPEC. But now that we're back, with all the strategy taken by the federal government, we're seeing Russian bouncing back. That would be good if we sustain it. As the world also rubbing out on our own here, our oil and gas sector here, and at the same time, we're seeing the price of what price of fuel going up. That's going to impact what also the oil and gas sector here, and also the planned removal of subsidy by the middle of this year. If that happens, where are we going, and how is that sector going to work, contribute to what to the economy, and at the same time, how are investors going to benefit from it? These are the things investors should be looking at this time, because every investment is against the future, not the past performance. This is what should guide us as we speak now. But for me, the market is in a good mood, despite we are seeing this oscillation. After market has almost tested the 56,000 mark yesterday, about the 55,983.46 yesterday, before pulling back to close at the 55,508.61. You can see that this oscillation, but this morning, I said earlier in this class that when you see a market pullback like this, most time add strength to work for them to continue. If you look at our chart, you can see that there's always, when the market pull back, the next night come back. But the pullback is for you to see what is it pulling back below the T line, is it pulling, what is the momentum behind the market at that time. Here you can see the market also saturated. That's why I said you have what your profit target to guide you at any time, so that once you hit your target, don't mind what the market is doing, take your profit and also move on. But for those that will see the paper profit going on because they want to go up and start coming down, that are not good strategy of those are not good strategy of investing. But when you are investing, you must look at what is happening in the market to know exactly what to do as an investor. Once you're able to do this, you have a long way to guide you. But if you are a trader, I think the market now is not for you. Just stay patient to watch. But for those that are earlier income investor, dividend investor, go all the way to the market. Look at these stocks that are releasing earnings. What are they paying and what are they not paying? What is the earning yield what is the growth, the dividend growth in this company. This I want to guide you, and look at that earning is very very important, because if a stock is paying you 2 naira, if you know why it's paying 2 naira, if there another stock that is paying similar, what is the price? These are what relation those the income investor will be doing now as we speak. Yes, before we go further now into looking at the live market, I want to quickly look at those results that were released to the market this morning and yesterday night. After the market has closed, so that we can look at it and see how we can take advantage of expectation in this regard. Because as an investor, you want to know what is happening in the market and also what to do. For me, the February buy interest have set the stock market up for a mixed trend. You can see that from November to February, market has been up, and this bullish trend has also set the stock market now up for what, for a mixed trend, knowing that this is the period that there will be a lot of liquidity, a lot of buying and selling. As the results are coming, disappointing number, those that are surprising, market react to them, liquidity and the momentum in the market. But don't forget that also the corporate action, the markdown date, and the payment date will also guide investors, because price is moving in that direction. That's why I said for the month of March, my outlook is that market will see a mixed market, and also market reacting to also the outcome of the election. For me, what we have seen, and I said yesterday that our democracy is not truncated. We are seeing a smooth one. Yes, the agri party are going to go to court. Whether I don't say indecision among investors or traders. For me, for those that are investors, this is not time to look at the outcome of the election. Yes, it's good to plan for the future, but we are seeing already that this company earnings are good and strong for you to position. I believe that now that we have, the next president elect is already, in the waiting. Then, but then at the end of the day, court will also rule and what want to do. All we need are policy that will guide the economy and sustain that and bring a kind of a structure and a unified Nigeria that will move that everyone will contribute. Like I said in one of the first program after the election, and when I saw the energy in the life of the youth, it tells you that they are set to contribute. We want whoever that is, especially now that we have known who are the match. Now, until court do otherwise and other stuff, let's convert this energy of the youth work into what productivity, so that we can also support our GDP, create job, and also our education system, so that we start producing those that will contribute to the sector, not those that will come out and be waiting to implement, so that as they are coming, they know what to do, where to fix themselves, and they will also using this energy. So, a population that has a youth as active for the population is the most viable country to deal with that. So I can see a lot of innovation coming back to Nigeria, because we have the youth market that also any product can appeal to, and that also, and they are the ones that have the energy to drive what's going to happen. For me, this is the right time for the president-elect to start putting them, and I'm happy that from all this address, I see that he has started planning for them what to do with them, how they're going to work. That is the way to go as we speak now. Here, if you look at the figure that came after from Dangote Sugar, that there is a result yesterday, and I'll tell you this is a good number, indeed. And when I say fantastic, it's even not enough, because I know where they're coming from. And for those that are in this class, especially the premium class, I'll tell you that this part of the stock that we're building, can see already what's happening there, because we know that looking at the role of sugar, we know that what the sugar is selling in the international market, we know that how they work also influencing that. And this company has successfully done a backward integration in Nigeria here. You can see it playing out in their numbers. If you look at the revenue for the period order review for 2022 financial year ended December 31st, the revenue moved from 50.21 billion to 91.96 billion. That is 83.115% up. This is fantastic. Also, in that direction, also see that the PAT moved from 22.06 billion to 54.74 billion. This 148 percent up. This is fantastic. You can see that this is a good one for Dangote. And don't forget that they paid the dividend of last year at just 1 naira. This year was seen 1 naira 50 kobo. And this earning per share, and this after tax of 54.74 billion translate to 4 naira 51 kobo earning per share against 1 naira 82 kobo paid in 2021. And you can see that the company has become more efficient in management. If you look at the profit profit margin for the period for 2022, you can see 59.52 92% profit margin. That means in every 1 naira, make it from the gross earnings of about 91.96. That means about 60 kobo is being retained what as profit. From every 1 naira transaction they made, about 60 kobo is retained. This tells you how efficient they are. And it's a good one. If you also look at what happened in 2021, the profit margin is about 43.94. This tells you that this company is also well run. And don't forget, you can see the Dangote group component. Look at the Dangote cement, 20 naira dividend. Remember, also look at the NASCON that we're going to discuss next. You can see that from 40 people to what to 1 naira. You can see that this is also kind of rewarding shareholder. And don't be surprised when I said that you should be where the billionaire is. These are the billionaires in Nigeria. They want to maintain their lifestyle. These are hot money, and you can see that their payout is fantastic because they too they'll partake from this dividend. They have about 70 and above percent of holding of this company. That means as they are paying, more of this coming from them. Like I tell you, this is how you also invest when you are looking. That's why I said in investment, depending on investment objective, you want to look at the personality behind a company, looking at the fundamental, looking at the technical analysis, look at what sentiment, also personality behind them are still very, very important. You can see what is happening in Geregu. That's why I said Geregu for me, for those that are entered Geregu for 100 naira, almost 300 naira now, I don't know what you are waiting because I'll tell you the number, I speak now will not support that price. But yes, you know why you are entered, you are made profit. Don't be greedy. Now that the vision is there, you still have to take your profit and know what to do with your money. That is how to invest. Don't just go to yourself, but it will go up further. Before you start coming down, don't forget what happened to what to FO. Sorry that I'm diverting. Yes, if you look at the dividend plan for Dangote sugar, so that you move from 1 naira to 1 naira 50, that's about how many percent? 50% of growth in payout. These are the things, or in dividend growth. These are the things you need to look at. But if you look at the operating cash flow for Dangote sugar, I'll tell you that there's a slide to about 105.4 billion from 127.83 billion in 2021. You can see that they only look at cash flow to see it support. But for this, let's say this just a one case that we need to watch going to the future. But you also look at this cash flow support for that earnings. Yes, you can see yes, but we need to also keep our eyes on it. Look at the next one is the NASCOM. NASCOM also for the same group which I mentioned earlier. NASCOM turnover moved from 33.28 billion to 58.79 billion, representing 76 or 77% up. All you want to go 17.7% up in the green. The PH also moved in that direction to 5.47 billion against 2.97 billion in 2021, representing 84.2% up in the green. Also, EPS moved that why I think that these are the things that matter that you need to know. EPS moved from 1 naira 12 kobo to 2 naira 6 kobo, and if you look at here, you can see that it's also different. Management is very. You need to notice. Look at here, the profit margin for NASCOM is very, very low. Yes, there's improvement to about from 8.92% in 2021 to 9.38. Fine, but once it is still below 10%, for me, it's still not too good. That means in every 1 naira, they are getting from their top line, from their at business activity or the top line turnover, it's just less than 10 people is retained as what as a profit. Yes, it can equally show in the profit after tax. The company that posted about 58 0.7 billion naira is just have the profit after tax. Say that in between cost of transaction, cost of financing are taken off. That's why look at this because it tells because finally what market concerns you and I is this VAT. I see that from 58 billion to 5, I see that is still below what 10%, which is about 9.38% profit margin. But good thing is that the dividend payout also grew from 40 kobo to 1 naira. You can see what is attracting investors in this kind of price. You can see that they are among the top gainers for today. Seeing this number, it looks good, and the dividend yield also is what we look at here. If you look at it, okay, if you look at the dividend yield of dividend payout of 1 naira 50 kobo at the current price of Dangote cement, Dangote sugar for those that are income investor, and the 1 naira 50 kobo that is coming from local are trading below 15 naira now. Why this one is heading for 20 naira? What is for those that are traders? What you know what to do at this point? Why those that are going for income investors need more volume and high dividend? You should know what to do. But if the price is moving to 20 and this one is coming down to almost 14, what should you do? It's not better to take where you know that yes, you get more dividend because it is your investment that should guide you in this market as to speak. But if you look at the cash flow for NASCOM, I'll tell you that also there's a little drop from 5 billion to what 3.5 billion for that period. These are the things always that is it. That means you want to see how consistent this cash flow is. If you continue to deteriorate, tell you that the earnings we are seeing is not sustainable going into the future. Let's keep our eyes on it. Yes, the next one we're looking at is the NGS group. Like those in the in the premier class, which also will be meeting on Saturday. No, they remember what I said about this stock, even before the earnings now hit the market. You see, from this company, you can see that no, the company is equally shaking at this point. Not shaking that they're not running. The numbers are not supporting what the price. The earnings we are seeing here is too flat or miss or even below expectation to support the price of 30 naira or 27 naira at all. That means you as an investor, for those that are in that group, I know that you have nothing to do with this stock for now because we have already advised before this time. You can see that the revenue for NGS moved from 5.78 billion to 6.17. That's about 6 or 7% up for the period. And the PAT is what really really investors should have to ask. Is it because there is investment? Do they expand? Are they buying new technology? That profit after tax dropped from 2.25 billion in 2021 to what 698.5 million in 2020. That's about 68.9% down from what they did in 2021. And don't forget, in that 2021, there was no dividend. On the this number, we are not seeing dividend here, no also, because the number is low. What price will what dividend will support support that will support the price? For me, you can see that the earning per share dropped from 1.1 naira applicable to what 35 kobo for the period. Also, in that same direction, we saw that the profit margin dropped from 38.93 to 11.39. You can see what this performance also showing. And but the good thing is that look at their operating cash flow. Yes, it looked up from a negative 1.8 billion to 2.16 billion. Fine, but you need to look at this number. You can see that even the top line was flat. That means no activities or no new market or for them to get more business. I believe that by now it also innovate to see more they can do. Yes, to earn more. We know that the market is their business, but they have other things to add to their bottom line. That's why you as an investor have to be very careful. This kind of investment will be good for dividend. That's why other instruments, other companies or sector are there for you to look at. But next one here, we look at Africa Prudential. Africa Prudential also released their number yesterday. We saw that this number was almost flat, but still they maintain their critical dividend for 2021 also for 2022. What we are seeing, the gross earnings for this period moved from 3.5 billion to 4.1 billion, that's 70% up for Accra Prudential. PAT also was flat from 1.14 billion to 1.49 billion, 6% in the green, and that also translates to 75% earning per share against 71 earning per share in 2021, and that's what we're seeing. And dividend payout of what 50 kobo for 2021 and same also for 2022. Yes, the UCAP are one of the the early filer, like those that are in our class. I said that when I said that when a child perform well, it will be the first person to stand at the door when daddy is coming in. But when a child has done badly or you need to stay at the back door. After that, they have settled down. What happened before it started? And that's what we're saying now. Before now, for almost 5 years, we have seen consistency in UCAP performance as early filer. But this period that the numbers were not too attractive. I see that they drag feet. Yes, they are among the early filer because they maintained it 31st March, but they came late. So expected to see this number on or before 18. Even before the election, it lingered to election when they have their board meeting on the 24th of February. They delayed this number. We were seeing it yesterday, and I can see why the number was delayed. But see that their gross earnings also were up marginally from 18.07 billion to 24.9 billion, which is okay. But if you look at the kind of also drop, I believe that the market in 2022 was the market that also closed positively, and this is where they play actively, and also the bond market, they were active there too. Commercial paper, we were surprised that number is coming. But from the tax income, fine, we see, but it is give an insight that as an investor, when you set your goal, don't carry away with the trend. Look at once you reach your target, always for those that are in the buy and sell signal and those that attend master class, I know that when the price touch around 15, 15-20 will give a sell signal on this stock. Yes, for those that are income investor can still hold, but you know your target. If you're a trader, know when to take profit. If you're an investor, know when to take profit. Also, if want to do the two, you are investing, you are trading, also know when to take profit. We also that their EPS also drop from 1 naira 88 kobo to 161 kobo, and that translates forward to profit margin about 38.95. Yes, it's still reasonable that you can see that they are still more prudent. You can see that they are but there's a slide from what we have about about 54.29 they had in 2021 to 35, 38. Yes, it's still okay, but I will tell you, as a decline already, so that something is not complete. But consider the earnings also declined from 1 naira 8 to 161. But the good thing is that they maintain their payout. Like I said earlier, that if you're looking at stock that's selling for almost 20 naira and it's paying the same 150, and look at the one that is dropping down to around 14 naira, 14.50. I think if you look at here, you get more units here and see what you're going to do to get more volume. I think that is good because if you are income investor, this is the time for income investor. Like I said earlier, it's a market for investors, not for traders or so. But because it's a season that you use to work to see your target and also achieve it and know what to do. We expect to see more liquidity, more positive sentiment or mixed sentiment, and also more vibe or more volatility because of what the numbers. Market will react to positive number, also react to negative number. These are the things that will drive the market up and down. Like I said, we expect to see a mixed trend in this month of March. But I'll tell you, as also continue to hear information concerning the election. But the good thing that the election has come and gone. Looking forward to see what the gubernatorial election coming on the March 11. Probably that will not have much on our market, but it's still part of want to watch to see who head or who will be the CEO of a different state. That is very, very important. But yes, we are coming back to the market now to see what the market is doing like. We have seen this number because of our time. We can continue this tomorrow, but because of our time, let's look at what the market is doing and exactly what is happening now, so that we can take advantage of what we are seeing in the market to really take to really advise our position and also know what to do immediately without looking back again. And this is the good thing investors should do always. Once you are seeing this live information, try and look at it and see what can I do from this position to also to advise myself or to take advantage of what I'm hearing. Yes, we want to look at what the market is doing right now, the live market, what is happening in the market. We need to know so that we will know our position from here. What are we doing next from here? Well, as we speak now, I see that market is still trading above 55, but it pulled back marginally down. Market is almost losing about 0.28. Market is trading at 55,350.88, down by 157.73. In basic point. Now the percentage is 0.28, as I've said earlier. I'll say that this also reflects on the market breadth. We're having a negative market breadth now. We have 13 losers as we speak against 10 gainers. Want to look at this top losers at this hour. We're seeing sovereign trust, sovereign trust insurance, sovereign trust insurance leading the loser pack, followed by academic press. We can see NGS as we discussed. Market try to react to that number. We can also see Jahiz Bank and the Royal Exchange. These are the top 5 losers as we speak. But if you look at the gainer start, you can still see the life of Dangote Sugar. You can see MC Nico. You can see Kiregu above 300 as we speak now. And also we are seeing NASCOM and also FTN Cocoa. These are the top gainers as we speak. But one thing is very important that we look at the most active stock in terms of volume. Access Corp is trading now with about 14.8 million shares traded to trade around the 9 naira 25 kobo. That means this stock are pulled back from almost 950 that closed yesterday to this position. Also, we are seeing that the Transcorp also doing 1 naira 30 kobo, traded about 14.1 million shares. Also, it put down from 1 naira 40 kobo a touch yesterday to 1 naira 33 kobo. Why Dangote Sugar is up to about to 19 naira 35 kobo, trading so far 7.4 million shares as we speak, and followed by GT Gold. GT Gold also traded at 26 naira 50 kobo, traded at 5.6 million shares so far this morning, and UCAP doing 14 naira 60 kobo, traded about 4.9 million shares Now, these are the position of the market as we speak. The quick one, we want to look at our chart to see if the pullback was seen. Is it threatening our uptrend? We will know from the chart. And that's why he said you must know the momentum behind this market at any given time so that you will know exactly what you are doing as a trader or investor. It's very, very important to note this when you are trading. Yes, let's call our indicators up now to guide us to see what is happening in the market as we speak. Look at our money flow, very, very key. Look at our C line. C line, I don't joke with you that I'm sleeping. I'm looking at chart. The first thing I want to look at, where is the market heading on the direct on a different time frame. You need to see it where the market is going. Yes, people want to look at the momentum to see what the momentum behind the market now. That means we need to look at what we need to call up our momentum indicator here to also know what is happening. MACD is part of them. That's why it's a lagging indicator. Let's look at MACD as we speak. Yes, we are back to the full market now on the live chart. You can see that the market, yes, with the pullback we saw yesterday, and as we are seeing this hour, the market is still above what? Above the T line, which is also a very news for investor in the market. Good one, the market has not turned the other way around. But keep your eyes on this market to see once you are seeing market coming closer to what? To the T line, down, you know what to do. But don't forget that in this class I said that when you see the more index action is far from the T line, it's the time for you to take profit. You can see distance here when it go far. You can see it here when it go far here, pull back. You can see that even when you pull back, to bounce back, you can equally see it here now. But let's see, it's still above the T line, but those stocks we have made profit, I think not to stop it. But for those that are income investor, the market is still set for you to go. And if you look at the money flow this morning is looking up. We did about 76 at almost 77 as we speak now against the 73 that it closed yesterday. Despite the market is lower, we're seeing fund also entering the stock. And market is become bullish. That confirmed here, you can see that your market is bullish here for this place. If you quickly look at this chart, let me take you here so that you understand. Let's quickly look at this chart together. Again, this another indicator, another software that I use for trading. If you look at it, this what on the daily chart, you can see that the T line, even as at yesterday, market is above the T line. You can see the pullback here. But what I'm pointing out, I want to show you the momentum we call the cycle indicator. You can see that there the momentum in the market is still high. Look at where it is as we speak, above 80, which is very, very strong. You can see that even when market tries to continue on the uptrend, it was delayed. The momentum remains strong. All this why pullback came up again, pullback came up as we speak now. Momentum is still very strong. Let's see how it's going to close today. As I said, let me show you so that you will not panic at all at the market. Yes, market is trying to make another thought of another cyclical line of 56,000, which I know market will definitely do that very soon. From this pullback, once market reverse up, more strength to go up also will be there, and as more we expect to see more corporate earnings from the market. That will change the face of the market. On that note, you don't need to panic at all. And that is why, as an investor, I said this is your market and also hold on to it as we speak. Because of our time, let's quickly look at one or two stocks that are on the gainers chart and see what we can do from there. Quick one, this is a daily chart for the index. You want to look at the 1 hour chart. For 1 hour chart, you can see for 1 hour chart, now you can see in the last how many hours, you can see that the market is on below the T line. Money flow is also looking down. Market have confirmed also, a bearish situation on the 1 hour chart for the market. That's why you need to look at where the market is going. You can look at what is happening in Dangote. What is the momentum in Dangote now? And that is what we should be looking at. Dangote sugar, how far will it go from here? You need to ask that you know exactly what to do. Let's look at the Dangote sugar. You can see that Dangote sugar has remained, look at the T line here. This will always guide you as an investor. Even when they come down, momentum money flow comes down, is it far from the T line? You can see where the T line is. This is what the 1 hour chart for what for Dangote. You can see that it remains now. Look at the gap here on the 1 hour chart where it is, and on the strong volume, you can see that all are looking up. MACD is looking up, and the money flow. Let's look at a day chart of this. look at the day chart. You can see the daily chart here. You can see how the chart, so most time it remains flat. You can see where it is now. You can see the gap up this morning on what, on the impressive earnings. Whether that earnings is what price feed on. You can see the change here compared to here. Here you can see for those that are in the buy and sell signal and also, I think we also advise what to do with this stuff. Once they hit our target, you know exactly what to do. But I'll tell you, all indicators technically are very strong. Fundamental are very strong. Sentiment is also on a strong note. That means keep your stock if you are in this position. You have seen for this for for Dangote. Then look at what is also happening in GT code. Let's look at GT code before we finally yes, you can see that on a day chart, you can see there's a little pullback here from below the T line, but it's yet up again. But there's a money flow is already looking down. It's still bullish on the MACD on the daily chart. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. And finally, on the 1 hour chart, you can see it's trading below the T line on 1 hour chart, and MACD is already confirming a bearish trend on the stock. It's a sign of weakness, you can see here, but money flow is still strong to 76. So you can see that MACD is already doing a sign on the 1 hour chart. Yes, the last one, let's quickly look at it. Let's finally look at what is happening in FCMB. Let's look at the stock. What is happening there? I think that if you check the review of SNU on 1 hour chart, you can see that in the last 1 hour, the stock have rebounded. You can see what is doing now, very strong. The last you can see it's not making, I mean it's flat around almost 4 naira 50 kobo. You can see or 453. This 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart, money flow is looking up for this one time is yet to confirm either bullish or bearish from MACD. But let's look at a day chart that gives us a clear direction. On a day chart, you can see that the stock is coming back powerfully now to break slightly above the T line. But if you break it and see it up, it has moved down as high as almost 413 kobo before coming up to back to almost 453 now. It depends. And if you look at your MACD, look at this histogram here. Coming at the strength coming to this stock. Look at where it's coming from. Once it cross, you can see where it is now. That is a bullish signal already. You can see what your money flow is feeding. That's cross 50, still looking up in this situation. There's something in for this stock. You need to also keep your eyes on it. But for those in the premium class, we'll be discussing more on most of this stock by Saturday afternoon, by God grace. On this note, I'll say see you and enjoy the trading day. Get meet tomorrow again. Bye.